Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. 5 times x positive to the whole square negative 15 equals to 45. Which of the following is a value of x that satisfies the equation above? Okay, here we have an equation and we have to solve for x in this equation. Okay, now let me take the given equation as it is. That is 5 times x positive to the whole square negative 15 equals to 45. Okay, to solve for x in this equation, we have to isolate the variable x. Okay, first let me get rid of this negative 15. For that we have to add 15 to both sides of this equation. Okay, when I do so, this negative 15 positive 15 will cancel. I'm getting 5 times x positive to the whole square equals to, when I combine 45 and positive 15, I'm getting a positive 60. Okay, now let me divide both sides of this equation by 5 to get rid of the number 5 which is multiplied over here. Okay, then this 5 will cancel out and I'm getting x positive to the whole square equals to, when I divide this 60 by 5, I'm getting 12 on the right side. Okay, now to get rid of the square we have here, we have to take square root on both sides of this equation. Okay, so when we take square root on both sides of this equation, the square root and square will cancel out. And also for the other square root on the right side, we have to consider positive or negative sign. Usually we have to do this one, that is we have to take positive or negative sign for the square root on the right side when we take square root on both sides of an equation. Okay, now we have x positive 2 on the left side, on the right side we have positive or negative, and the square root of 12 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3. So when I multiply 2 and 2, I'm getting 4. 4 times is 12. That is, we can write this 12 as the product of its prime factors 2, 2 and 3. Okay, then we get x positive 2 equals to positive or negative. For every two same numbers multiplied inside the square root, one number can be taken out. So for these two 2's, one 2 can be taken out and these 3 will remain inside the square root. That is, we get 2 times square root of 3. Okay, now next step what we can do is we can split up this equation into two parts. So in the first part we can consider positive sign on the right side. In the second part we can consider negative sign over here. Then I'm getting x positive 2 equals to. So let's consider positive sign first. Then we get a positive 2 times square root of 3. Now let me consider x positive on the left side. This time I'm going to consider negative sign over here. Then I'm getting negative 2 times square root of 3. Okay, now we can solve for x in these two equations. For that we have to subtract 2 from both sides of both these equations. Okay, now let me do it in the first equation over here. That is, let me subtract 2 from both sides of this equation. This positive to negative will cancel. I'm getting x on the left side. On the right side we have negative 2 and positive 2 times square root of 3. Okay, now let me do the same thing over here in the second equation. That is subtracting 2 from both sides of this equation. This positive to negative will cancel. I'm getting x on the left side. On the right side, we can write this negative 2 and then we can write this negative 2 times square root of 3. Okay, here I got two values for x solving the given equation. So the first value of x is negative 2, positive 2 times square root of 3, and the second value of x is negative 2, negative 2 times square root of 3. And in the given answer choices, I find this one negative 2, positive 2 times square root of 3 in answer choice B. So therefore the correct answer choice for this question is B.